Have you ever felt like you're listening to a symphony no one else can hear? You're the one who notices the tiny details, a fleeting look, a slight change in tone, the awkward pause after a joke that everyone else just barrels past. You pick up on things that don't get a reaction from anyone else. You see the hairline crack in the wall. You feel the tension in a room that no one will even acknowledge. And you wonder, why can't I just turn it off? While everyone else seems to be living in the moment, you're processing 1,000 tiny observations. But you're not imagining it, and it's not just overthinking. Your brain might just be wired to see more, to find the hidden doors that other people walk right past. We're going to explore the deep psychology behind why you see what others don't, because that feeling you have isn't a bug, it's a feature. From a young age, you probably learned that the world has layers. You could tell when a parent was sad even when they were smiling. You could feel the stress in the air long before a single word was spoken. So your brain became a detective, not because you wanted to solve mysteries, but because ignoring the details felt like ignoring reality. This feeling of being too aware can be lonely. You've probably been told to just relax, stop overthinking, or don't be so sensitive. But those people don't get it. For you, it's not a choice. Your nervous system is simply tuned to a higher frequency, like a radio picking up a distant station others can't find. You aren't broken. You're just catching signals that others can't hear. Of course, this ability has a price. When you notice everything, you also carry everything. You feel the weight of unspoken emotions and see the problems everyone else is happy to ignore. It can be mentally and emotionally exhausting to constantly process this extra layer of reality. You might even feel like an alien sometimes, wondering how it's possible that others don't see what's so incredibly obvious to you. This high alert state can be draining. But what if this trait, the one that sometimes feels like a curse, is actually your superpower? One of the biggest reasons you see what others don't is that your brain is an elite pattern recognition machine. Think of it like a master chef. Most people can taste a dish and say if it's good or bad, but a chef can taste it and instantly identify the pinch of nutmeg, the type of salt used, and the fact that the onions were caramelized for exactly 10 minutes. Your brain does this with life. It's constantly absorbing millions of data points, a person's posture, their word choice, the spaces between the words, and comparing them to a massive recipe book of past experiences. Nobel Prize-winning scholar Herbert Simon suggested that what we call intuition is often just this rapid recognition. A gut feeling is your brain matching a current situation to a pattern you've seen before. You might sense a project at work is doomed, not because of one big red flag, but because your brain recognizes the recipe for disaster. The manager's hesitant tone, the team's forced smiles, the missed mini deadlines all combine into a flavor you've tasted before. This is also what makes you so good at reading people. You spot the gaps between their words and their actions. When a friend says, "I'm fine," you don't just hear the words. You see the slight downturn of their lips, the way their eyes dart away, the tension in their shoulders. Your brain flags these signals as a mismatch. You're not being nosy. Your brain is just a master chef of human behavior, telling you when the ingredients just don't go together. This is tied to pattern recognition, but it goes deeper. The second key is intuition. If pattern recognition is like assembling a jigsaw puzzle piece by piece, intuition is like seeing the picture on the box cover before you've even started. It's the ability to understand something immediately without needing to follow conscious step-by-step logic, as the psychologist Carl Jung described it. Think of it this way. Your conscious mind is a flashlight, focused and direct, good for examining one thing at a time. Your intuition, on the other hand, is a floodlight, illuminating the entire landscape at once and revealing things hiding in the shadows. This is why your insights can feel like they come out of thin air. You might meet someone and get a sudden, unshakable feeling that you can't trust them, even if they're perfectly charming. That feeling is your intuition at work. Your subconscious has processed thousands of micro cues, their body language, the rhythm of their speech, the way their smile doesn't quite reach their eyes, and delivered a bottom-line judgment to you as a gut feeling. It's that sense that something is off before you can logically explain why. You're not just seeing the world, you're in a constant conversation with it, sensing the hidden currents no one else names.
So we have a brain built for advanced pattern recognition, guided by a powerful intuition. But what fuels these systems? For many, the answer is a trait known as sensory processing sensitivity, or SPS. People with this trait are often called highly sensitive people, or HSPs. It's not a disorder, but an innate trait, and some researchers believe it's an evolutionary survival strategy. The sensitive individuals in a group would be the first to notice subtle changes that could signal danger or opportunity. Think of your nervous system as a high-fidelity microphone. A standard microphone might only record the loudest instruments in an orchestra, but your high-fidelity microphone picks up everything: the violins, the conductor's breathing, the rustle of the sheet music, and the cough from the back row. You don't just notice more, you process it all more deeply. This is why you're so attuned to micro-expressions, the brief, involuntary facial expressions that reveal a person's true emotions. Most brains filter these details out, but yours records them in high definition. This is also linked to higher levels of empathy. Because you hear all the subtle notes of someone's inner state, you understand their feelings more deeply. But it's also why you get overwhelmed. A crowded mall or a loud party can feel like a sensory assault because your microphone is picking up everything at maximum volume. That's the cost of the gift. You need more downtime to process everything you've taken in. So if you're someone who notices everything, you need to hear this. You are not overthinking, you are deeply thinking. You are not too sensitive, you are highly perceptive. Your ability to see what others don't is a powerful combination of advanced pattern recognition, deep intuition, and nervous system wired to see the world with extraordinary detail. It can feel isolating in a world that often prefers to just skim the surface, but your mind isn't a burden. It's a gift the world desperately needs. The world needs people who see when a smile doesn't reach the eyes, who catch the warning signs before things fall apart, and who care about the details that make life richer and more honest. Stop apologizing for seeing what others miss. Stop dimming your awareness to make other people more comfortable. What you might have once thought was a curse is, in fact, your superpower. This is your unique lens on the world. Embrace it, because one day someone is going to look at you and say, "You were the only one who really saw me." And in that moment, you'll realize all those details you carried mattered. Every single one. Does this sound like you? Which of these traits do you relate to the most? Share your experiences in the comments below. We love reading them. And if this resonated with you, subscribe for more content that gets the way you see the world.